Hey guys, it's D-Man Swish here, and welcome to Video Game Finds number 13. And this week I got a lot of good stuff to show you guys, so I'll get to it right away. Alright, first thing is here. It's kind of a difficult thing to explain, but not too bad. I'll try to explain it as best I can. I had a bunch of NES games that I was trying to sell on Craigslist, and I saw this guy that had something on Craigslist for sale, and he offered if I had anything to trade, and I said sure, why not. So I had a bunch of NES games, and I think there were 16 NES games that I traded for this item, and I think I paid a total for the 16 NES games. I didn't pay any more than like $45 total, and he was asking $70 for what he was selling, and so I traded him 16 NES games that I only originally paid like $45 for. And I got something really cool. What I got is, here's the two controllers, you can probably tell what it is. I got an NES top loader. And he was originally asking $70 for this. And I got this console right here. And it also came with two squared controllers, both Nintendo brand. Really good condition, they're like brand new controllers. And it also came with the RF switch here and the power brick. So really cool. I'm going to be hanging on to it because mine has a the reset button doesn't work, and I'm trying to hold out for two top loaders. I want to get two fully functioning top loaders, one to play with and one to have, as for show and stuff like that. Well, kind of like, if I got like a box for a top loader, I would like to put a good complete one in the box. So I would like to get two fully working NES top loaders. So for now I'm just using the one that I have hooked up is the one that has broken reset switch, but it still works otherwise. But this one right here works fully functional, and it's 100% completely working and everything like that. So that's really cool. I got that. And he originally, the trade value that I had was $84, and he was asking $70 for his top loader. So what I got was, he gave me $10 and the top loader. So I gave him like an $80 worth of game, or $84 worth of games plus, and he gave me a top loader and $10. So really good deal. I got basically top loader for $45, which is a really good deal for that, because those can go for 80 plus easy. So really good deal. And while I was up there, I met him at the flea market. I usually go to the flea markets almost every weekend, so really cool. When I was up there, there's a stall that I always go to, and the guy that owns that stall was actually there this time. So I actually was talking with him for a little bit and stuff, and getting some good, details about what he does and everything. It was really cool, really good guy, really nice to meet him and everything. And I found that he had a PS2 game. I already own this, or I don't even own this game yet, but this one's factory sealed, so I decided to pick it up. It was $5, which is about right for this game, but since it's factory sealed, it was worth it. And it's Power Drome for the PlayStation 2. And it is factory sealed, so really cool. I was really glad to find that. I had another sealed game to the collection, so really cool. And then a couple days after that, this was done last week, I believe, and this was a really good deal. I had 15, I think, PS1 and PS2 controllers that were just taking up way too much space. I have way too many controllers, so I decided to trade some in. I took them to Games Ahoy, and they took PS1 and PS2 controllers, and I got about $43 in trade credit, which is pretty good since I only paid like $1 to $2 a piece for the controllers in the first place. So I put $17 together along with the trade credit that I had for this game. So in total I only paid about $40 for this game. It's an NES title, and it's fairly rare, and that is Gargoyle's Quest 2. And it's in very nice shape, and really cool. I had this game a long time ago, not realizing that it was a rare game, and I ended up selling it with a bunch of Nintendo games and an NES and stuff, and I regretted the day ever since I did it, because I found out that it was worth a lot of money, and that I was very upset that I got rid of it. So now I got it back again, and I'm going to be hanging on to this one. I do not want to get rid of it because it's just such a, it's a high dollar game basically. This one can go for $70 or up, so I got it for $40, so I saved 30 some dollars on it, which is a really good deal. And so really glad I finally got this to add to the collection. So that's probably my most expensive NES game I have so far, so that's really cool. Alright, and then me and my brother went around a few days ago. It was last week. I think this was about 4 or 5 days ago maybe. and this was done July. No, maybe it was more than a week ago. It was like July 24th or something, and I picked up. I went to a. I had to pay for my tuition for college. I had to drive up to the school and pay it. And anyways, I was deciding, you know what, maybe I should make it a fun trip. Maybe I should go around and do some like stores and stuff that I hadn't been to in a long time and everything. So my brother went with me, and we went to Habitat for Humanity, which is it's like a restore. It's basically like a thrift store or anything, but the funds that go into the store go towards building houses for the lower class, the lower income class families and stuff like that. So it's a really cool profit kind of thing. It's kind of like Salvation Army, I guess, or something like that. But it goes, the money profits go for like building houses and stuff. So it's really cool. Anyways, I hadn't been to this Habitat for Humanity in like 2 years, and I decided to go. I just give it a try, and we actually did find something, and I was really surprised because it was, you wouldn't usually expect stuff like this at this kind of place. But what I found here, first I'll show you, is a blue, or it's like an ocean blue PSX controller, which means this is the first edition PlayStation 1 controller. And the way that it's different is that it has the squared plug-in, and it's not rounded like you'd see on the PS1, the little one. So I guess for PS1, the first model, I guess PSX for most people, this was a first release controller. So really cool. These are very hard to find, and I wasn't expecting to find one like this. This controller can go for like $12 or more, and I paid. Well, I'll show you what else I got with it, and I'll tell you what I paid for all of it. What else came with it was an official PS1 power cord, because it's gray, and most PlayStation 2 cords and stuff like that nowadays are black. And so this is like a light gray. It's like the same color as the controller cord. So really cool. Glad to find that in there. And also in there was a PSX, or PlayStation 1 manual for the console. So it's in fairly good shape. It's a little crinkled and stuff, but it's all together. It's all still there. So for the controller, the power cable, and the manual, I paid $5. And so it was a really good deal. Really happy that I stopped, because I hadn't been there in such a long time that it was, maybe, sometimes just giving places a break gives it, a better chance of finding stuff, or, I don't know, I just hadn't been there in a long time, and I was really glad to find stuff, so that was cool. And on that same day, me and my brother went around to a few more places. We went to Mr. Money, and it's not my local one, it was another one. But we found 2 items here, and we paid $10 total, which is a really good deal. And first one here, I'll show you what I saw firsthand. It is a black Nintendo Wii wheel, and I hardly ever see these. I think they make a red one too for the red Wii, and maybe a blue one even. But maybe even, there's several colors, but I hardly ever see the colored ones. But this one was not marked, and I saw white ones in the same bin with this one. They had $10 stickers on them, but this one didn't have a price on it, so I don't know if it was considered cheating, or I don't know. I just kind of asked them what they would do on it. But I bundled this together with a game, and the game is for PS3, and the game is Twisted Metal. And this is, I believe, the remake of the original. I haven't really played it. My brother said he's played it with his friend, and he said it was pretty good. So I'll have to give it a try. But this game can go for $12 or so, I think, in really good condition, which this one's in pretty good, decent condition. So I paid $5 for the game, and I paid $5 for the wheel. So $10 for both games, or for both items here, the game and the wheel. So $10 is a really good deal, considering that the game can go for that or even more just by itself. So really cool. I was really glad to find those 2 at Mr. Money. And next we went to, let's see here, we went to Arc, and it's not my local Arc either. This was a different Arc thrift store as well. I found an official GameCube power brick here, and this was only $2. So, and these go for like $12 or so. So it's a really good deal. I always need extras of these because I might find a console and it might not come with cords or anything, so I'd always get extra cords. It's always a good idea to do so. So, really happy to find that. It was laying on top of the bin, like in a big bin of cords. It was laying on top, so it was really cool to find that. I was really excited to find that because I hardly ever see good cords there like that, so pretty cool. And then we went to Goodwill. This wasn't my local Goodwill. It wasn't the local Goodwill either. It was yeah, it was a different Goodwill, I believe. But anyways, I have this game already, but mine's a part of a set version. But this one is Soul Calibur 2 for the PS2. And this one is the 2-disc version. This comes with the, I think this is a demo disc. Yeah, it's a demo disc, I think, and it's a not for resale disc, so pretty cool. Got that, and then there's the game right there. And what was funny about this, me and my brother, we were digging through this bin. They had a huge bin of games, and they mostly were sports games. This was the only game that caught my eye, really. But there was a lot of sports games, and their sports games were like $4 a piece. And this was funny because this was the cheapest game. This was only $3, and it has 2 discs in it. So I usually typically pay a little more if it has like a double disc feature, something for it. So this game isn't worth a whole lot, but to have the double disc version is really cool. I was really glad to find that at Goodwill. So really cool. And then the last stop we made for the day was we went to my local Mr. Money pawn shop. Me and my brother went to the local Mr. Money, and we found 3 PS2 games here. And these were $2 each, and I think that was worth it for the game titles here. The first one here is Sonic Riders Zero Gravity for PS2. These are all PS2 games. They're all complete as well. Sega Superstars Tennis. And the last one here is EA Sports Madden 2002. And the reason I picked this one up is because I only need a couple more, and I'm trying to thin out the sports games as much as I can so I don't have to worry about them later on. So really cool, really good condition games, and they were $2 each, so really cool. And then a few days ago, me and my brother went to GameStop. We hardly go just because we like finding games in the wild first before we go to game stores. And we decided to just go in there and look at their Wii games and stuff, and we didn't see anything really interesting for us to buy at the time, but I ended up asking one of the managers there if they sold game cases or anything like that, and they said they typically don't sell them, but I said I have disc-only games at home that I'd like to put games in cases. And so I got a few cases here, and they're just blank DVD cases, I guess, but they gave them to me for free, so it was really cool. I got 5 of them here. They're just the basic black DVD cases here. They're generic brand, you know, just... They're not too bad because they're new. I mean, if you get these used, they're like all cracked and broken and stuff. But this stack here they're brand new, official, or not official, but they're like brand new cases here. So really cool that they gave me 5 of them for free, and I'll be putting games that I find disc only in these. So really cool. I've been running low on like CD cases and stuff for discs, so I'm gonna be starting to use those a little more hopefully. So really cool. All right, now this was done. This is a different time. This was done like 2 weeks ago, I think. Me and my brother went again, and we found a huge stack of games here. We've got, or no, maybe this wasn't done that long ago. This was done the same day, actually. So the same day as I've been showing you, like, where I got the Wii wheel and stuff, the same day. This was the same day. This was a place called Daily Pawn, and this isn't local either. This was kind of far away, not too bad. It was a couple cities over, but me and my brother went. We decided to go here, and we bought so many games that they gave us such a good deal on them we could not pass it up. So what we did was we went to this Daily Pawn, and we picked out like I think there's 18 games here, but they gave us $1.50 each on their games, and they're normally $3 a piece. So they gave us half off for buying so many. And so I'll just show you the stacks here. They're kind of mixed. There's a couple GameCube games, but they're mostly PS2. So I'll just go ahead and show most of these right now. Alright, first one here is EA Sports Rugby. And these are all complete, and they're all in good condition too. Next one here is Future Tactics. SpongeBob's Atlantis SquarePantis. It's kind of crazy how they made a game off of that one episode. My Street. The Shield, the game. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. And I believe this is the 4th, or I think there was 4 games of The Lord of the Rings for PS2. I'm not sure, but if there's only 4, then I now have all 4 of them. I was glad to find that one. Prism, Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn. Bonus comes with a, a comic book, and it is in there, so that's cool. It's part of the manual, I believe, so if it didn't have the manual, I wasn't going to buy it anyway. I usually don't buy games unless they have the manuals. So, but anyways, the next one here is Hulk. And then this one here is pretty nice condition. It's almost brand new. Wall-E. It was a pretty good movie. It was fun to watch. So I decided to pick up the game too. And then the next stack here, I will show you the rest of the PS2 games, and then there's a couple of GameCube games as well. But here's the rest of the PS2 games here. The Jet Li Rise to Honor. Pretty cool. Next one is Wipeout Fusion. And this one is Sky Odyssey. Yeah, when I bought this, I didn't realize it was in an unofficial case, so I had to switch it with a official Sony brand case. So that one was a little difficult to put back together, but anyway. And then the last PS2 game here is Nitro Bike. Really cool. And then now I have a stack of GameCube games here. There's only 4 of them, but I didn't have them, so I decided to pick them up and throw them in with the PS2 games. So I have this one on PS2, but not on GameCube. The first one here is Monster House. Really fun game. It's pretty, kind of courageous, adventurous game. Pretty cool. Next one here is Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. These all have manuals and precaution booklets in them. Next one here is Street Hoops. Pretty cool. It's kind of like NBA Street, stuff like that. Those are fun games. I love those games. And the last GameCube game here is Tarzan Untamed. Really cool. And along with the GameCube games, they had a few of these as well. I believe there's 9 of them. And I always need these just in case I get games and they don't have these. But they threw in 9 Nintendo GameCube precaution manual booklets. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, there's only 8 of them here. But anyways, pretty cool. I need more of these. I always need to get these because I always sometimes get games and they don't have these. So I'm glad I finally found some of these that they just threw in. So really cool. And then there was one PS1 game that I picked up, and I had this greatest hits, so now I have it Black Label, and that is Driver, You Are the Wheelman. And this was $1.50 as well, so really cool game. This one's pretty fun. And then there was one game, they also had this loose as well, but there's one game that I had in my collection for the longest time, but I lost the manual to it somehow when I was younger, and I finally got a manual for it now, and I pulled the game out of my, I have this box that has a bunch of incomplete games in it and stuff. But I finally found this manual for this game, and it is the very first Spider-Man for PS2, and I finally found the manual for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. Just put it in here, and it is now complete. So really cool. This was my original game that I had when I was a lot younger. So really cool to finally complete that again. I have no idea what happened to the manual. It's very interesting. But anyways, really cool. Alright, so now, this is the big box. This is the big deal here that I got. Me and my brother went to Mile High Flea Market, which is down in Denver, Colorado. And we went on Saturday. Today is the 28th of July. We went on July 26th, which was, yeah, I think that's the 26th. That was a Saturday. We got down there at 7 a.m., and we were down there until 1 in the afternoon. So we got a pretty good bit of stuff. And I didn't spend a whole lot either. It was a really good deal for all this stuff that I ended up getting. But I got a huge box here, and I got to kind of pull it out in increments because there's a lot of it. But I don't remember where each stall was, what I all got, but this is just all from one general place. But most games I paid $1 to $3 each, and then there's a couple controllers that I paid cheap prices for and stuff like that. And there's a couple games that I paid a little more for. So I'll show you them as I go along, but I'm just going to show them because I don't remember which each place I got them from or anything, or what I paid for each of them, but they were really good. They were varied from $1 to $3 a piece, so really cool deal. There's PS2 in here, GameCube, Wii, PS3. There's all kinds of stuff in here, so I'll just go through them and show you. First one here is Shrek Smash and Crash Racing, PS2. Next one is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, PS2. Portal Runner. This one's a little water damaged, but that's alright. It's not too big a deal. Next one is Godai Elemental Force. And I got a GameCube game here, and it's Nicktoons Unite. And it is missing the precautions manual, so like I just showed you, I have a couple of those. Or I have a few of those, so I can now put those together with those. And I got one Wii game here, I believe, and it's NHL 2K11. And this one I do remember. I only paid $2.50 for this one. And yeah, this goes for like $15, I believe. So really cool to find a Wii game that's actually worth some money finally. So really cool. And it's a sports game too, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot from it, so that's why I paid cheap. But I found out when I got home that it was actually worth a little bit of money, so that was really cool. Alright, here's the next stack here, and these are all PS2. Next one here is Theme Park Roller Coaster. My brother loves these kind of building games, so we'll have to check this one out too. It's really cool. Next one is Hunter the Reckoning, the Wayward. And this one, I actually already took it out, but when I bought it and I looked in it, it had God of War 2 stuck in the manual for PS2 as well, but unfortunately it's trashed, so I'm gonna have to throw it away or something. But it's just beyond repair. I can't do anything about it, but it is included with it, so whatever. Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. Next one here is Kaya Dark Lineage, or however you pronounce that. I'm not too sure about that one, but anyway, it's pretty cool. MDK2 Armageddon, maxed out, fully loaded 3D action. It's pretty nice shape too. The next one here is Boogie, and this one wasn't a whole lot either. I think this one was $1. SingStar Pop, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. And the last one in this stack here is Buzz the Mega Quiz. I don't have the controllers for that, but eventually I'll probably be able to complete that and put that all together. But anyways, that's pretty cool. Alright, next stack here. These are all PS2 and one GameCube game. The next one here is Splinter Cell Double Agent. Next is Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny. It's a little sun-faded as well and water damaged, but that's what happens when they sit down there in a swap meet for, you know, however long they've been there. And then this one was worth some money too, and I was surprised. And I paid $2 for this one, I believe. And this one's Star Wars Racer Revenge. And this one's worth about $12 or so. So really cool. Add another Star Wars game to the collection. Then Ultimate Board Game Collection, 20 classics from around the world. Pretty cool. It's not worth a whole lot, but it's a pretty cool concept to have. So that was cool. And then GameCube game here is Avatar The Last Airbender. And again, this one's missing a precautions manual, but yet that's why I get more of those booklets, just to complete games like that. And so next here I got a stack of games. I got 2 PS3 games and 2 more PS2 games. I'll show you the PS2 games first. This one was $1 as well, which is cool. And this one is Atari Anthology for the PS2. And this goes for $12-15 bucks, I think. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty decent priced game. And then the other one here is Activision Anthology, and this one's basically like the Atari version, but for Activision games. And this one was $4.50, I think. This came with a couple of NES games that I bought too, so I'll have to find those. And there was a bundle that I did for 4 games or something, but I'll show you those in a little bit. And then the 2 PS3 games I got here, this one came with the Wii game, and it's NHL 2012 for PS3. So 2 games for $5. So that's where I got the $2.50 from. And then this game I got completely by itself in a stall. And this was a kind of a funny story. It's 007 Quantum of Solace for PS3, and it's in the Collector's Book edition. And it's complete, and it's in really nice shape too. And this was $5. I found there was a bunch of cases laying out on this table, and I looked through them, and each one was empty. So I figured, oh, someone probably stole them or something. But then I looked closer, and there was a CD binder, and I kept flipping through it, and there was games. I was like, oh, there's games in here. And so I found in the complete back the game that goes to this. So I completed it myself, I guess, basically. I pieced it together. And they only said $5, so there's not a whole lot of these on eBay or anything like that either. So I'm not too sure on how to price this, but maybe $12, $15 maybe for a collector's edition. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so. But still cool, $5 for a collector's edition game. That's really cool. Alright, and then I got 3 PS1 games here. And these were $5 a piece. And one of them I got because it's worth a little bit of money, and I'm hoping to maybe trade it in at my Games Ahoy store, because I want to get a black label version of it. But here it is. It's Namco Museum Volume 1 for PS1. And it is Greatest Hits, but I saw it and I was like, maybe I should just buy it for now and I can trade it in at Games Ahoy, and maybe they'll give me a black label copy for it. So hopefully that's what they'll do. I'm hoping anyway, but I'm not sure if they'll do that or not. But anyways, either way. And then the other one here, or 2 more here, there's one here that's Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection one. And it is black label, so I will be keeping this one. And all the discs are in great shape, too. And the last one is Gex. And so, those were $5 each, which is a pretty good deal for those games. I figured that would be a good deal, good price. And then I got a stack of NES games here, and these were all from different locations. But maybe I can find the 3 that go with that Activision anthology that I showed you. I paid $18 for 4 games. 3 of them were NES games, and then the one PS2 game. The NES games here are Bible Adventures, Joshua, and Shadowgate. So $18 for 4 games, that's $4.50 a piece. That's a really good deal. I was really happy to, find those. Those were at like a store too. They were like they have like little stores down there too. So it was pretty cool to find those in a store. And then I found this at another game store, and it's Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I paid $5 for it. That's about how much it's worth. But I figured since I don't have it, might as well. And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, so you can't go wrong with a game like this. So really cool. Glad to find that too. And then I found 2 more games, and these were both for $10. And I already have this game, but this is a way better version, or a way better copy, I guess I should say. And this one is Life Force for the NES. There's that one, and then the other one is Urban Champion. And I didn't know this even existed. And it's a black box game too, so that's even more strange for me to not know that this was a game. So very cool to find that. So both those games for $10 is really good, because I think Life Force goes for that alone anyway, I believe, right? Maybe even a little more. So really cool. And the last one here is Super Mario Bros. 3. And I know what you're thinking, why do you need that? You already have it and stuff. Well, this one is different. And give me a second, I will show you why. Let me go grab my Mario 3, and I will show you why it is different. So this is my copy. Alright. And then this is the one I just picked up. And I will show you why. For most copies, this is very strange, but for most of this game, for most copies of this game, Mario, the word bros is under Mario over here by the 3. And this is how most copies are now. But this was a first print, and this is where the bros was under the word, or under M, over by Mario's hand. So I've been looking out for a version of this game for 2 years now, and I finally found it. And it's a weird story to go along with this too. I was walking around and I found this one stall that had this lady had an NES with 3 games. There was 2 Mario Duck Hunts, and then there was Mario 3. And she wanted $65 for the whole thing. And I said, there's no way I'm paying that. I didn't say that to her, but I was thinking that in my head that I'm not paying that at all. And so we just walked by it. We just didn't even think about it. And so I decided to, me and my brother went around this entire swap meet like 3 times. And so we came back a second time, and I was like, you know what, I'll just ask her. And I asked her if she would just sell Mario 3. And so she said, that's fine, I'll sell the game. And I said, how much would you have to have for it? And she said, she thought about it for like a good few seconds. And she said, how about $3? And I said, alright, I'll pay $3 for it. So I gave her $3 for it. And then there was this, this was crazy. This is why I did this. There was another stall, a few stalls down. And there was this, Spanish family that was, there's like a game store basically. They have a bunch of games, but they're just ridiculously overpriced. I mean, they wanted $25 for, like, I don't know, The Legend of Zelda Gold. That's not too bad, but that's still overpricing it. But, then they had Super Mario Bros. 3, and that's the one I'm holding right here. This is what I wanted. But they had a $25 sticker on it, and I was not going to pay that. Just because it was that label, I don't think they noticed the difference anyway, but I was not going to pay that for this, no matter how hard it was for me to find this game. But anyways, what I did was, I asked them if they would trade. I took them the Mario 3 that I paid $3 for, and I traded it, and it took them a long time to figure it out why I wanted to trade, and I kept showing them why it was different. I told them it was the exact same game and everything, and it was kind of hard to, tell them all this stuff. But I eventually got them to do it. We negotiated a lot, and they said, we'll trade as long as you give us like a $5 deposit with it as well. I said, that's fine, I'll do it. I just didn't want to haggle with them anymore. So I just gave them a $5 bill and the NES game, the Mario 3 that I purchased previously. So in total, I only paid $8 for this copy of Mario 3, and it has the rare variant on it. So very cool. I don't think it adds any value difference to it or anything, but it's just harder to find one than this with this version. But very cool. I was really happy to finally find this copy. So really cool to add to the collection. Alright, and then next I got a bunch of controllers here and stuff. And it's kind of hard to bundle it together, so I'm going to kind of try and find it, like, because they're kind of wrapped around each other and stuff. Alright, so as I showed earlier with the blue PSX controller, the rare one, I also found while I was down there a green one. And it's for PS1 or PSX, and it's another rare one. So this was $4, and these go for about the same, like the blue one's about 12 bucks or so. So really cool to find that one as well. So I'm knocking off the harder to find PS1 controllers right off the bat. And then early in the morning, there was this older gentleman that was selling, and he said he had video games, but he wasn't completely set up yet. So me and my brother went and looked around for a little bit, and then we came back, and he actually had something that I really wanted, and that is the black PS1 PSX controller. And this one is also very hard to find. And this one goes relatively like 12, 15, because I've only seen one of these in person, but it was way too much money for me to spend, so I didn't want to buy it at the time. So I got this one for $2. So really cool deal as well. So I'm really glad I found that one as well. So I got 3 rare PS1 controllers basically in this video for one go, basically within a course of a week. So I was really happy to find that. And then next I found this PS2 controller at this one stall, and he was asking $5 a piece for his PS2 controllers. And I'll show you, it's a satin silver one here. And what was wrong with it was one of the joysticks, the pad was like completely ripped. It was still there, but it was like ripped all the way down the middle. So I said, would you do $3 for it since that pad's ruined? And he's like, sure, that's fine, I'll do that. And so I bought it for $3. So really cool deal to find another satin silver controller, especially at that price, so you can't go wrong. And then this one right here, I paid with a bundle of a Game Boy game. I paid $5, or no, it was $6 for this and a Game Boy game. The Game Boy game's right here, actually. I bought this controller. It's a green, emerald green, I think, controller for PS2. It's in really good shape, and it was they were originally asking $5 for this, but I also asked how much this was, and it's Frogger 2 for the Game Boy Color, and they decided to bundle them both together for $6. So I saved $1. It was going to be $7, so they went down to $6. So $4 for this and $2 for Frogger 2. So not too bad. Really good deal. I really like getting those colored controllers, so it's best to just go with those and get those deals. And so I was really happy when I saw that deal. It was just like, I'll go with it, because I hardly see colored controllers a whole lot. So I was really happy to find that. And then next I found, this was kind of wrapped up. It took me like a good 5 minutes to get it untangled. But it was like bundled together with a bunch of cords and stuff in this bin. But they only wanted $3 for it. And it is a black GameCube controller here. It's official brand, and it's in really nice shape, except for the joystick is missing the pad here. And then this one is missing or it's kind of like rubbing off and stuff. But I'll show you why in a minute. So I took that controller, and I bought this. This was at a store. I bought this at a store. It was basically another store. And this one was, I basically just switched the buttons on this one, because this one's worth a lot more money than just a basic black one. So what I got here is another Spice Orange GameCube controller. And it's in really nice shape now that I switched the joysticks. You see, the black one had these joysticks, and the orange one had the black joysticks that I just showed you. And so I basically just switched the two to make this one look better, and then I'll probably end up just bundling the black one here with a GameCube or something when I sell it or something. But I always want to get these. I want to try and get 4 of these. I have 3 of these now, so I'm going to try and get 4 to match my complete set with the Spice Orange GameCube. So really good deal. Really happy to finally find another orange one here. So I was really happy to get that. And that was only $10. And those can go for like $25, $30. And especially in that condition, now that I fixed it up, it was a really good deal. And then next here I found a different stall. This was, I think, $2. And it's another NES Power Brick here. It's official Nintendo brand. And it works, so I was really happy to find that. There was a GameCube one that I found at a stall, but it was only $1, so I'm not too worried about it. But I came home and I plugged it in and it didn't work. And it looked like it was going to work fine because it was like brand new, but it just didn't look like it was going to work. So it just didn't work. But it was alright. It was only $1, so I wasn't too worried about it. And then here I got a stack of Game Boy games here, and one Game Boy Advance game. One of these was, or 2 of these were found at one stall, and 3 of them were found at a different one. And this guy sold all 3 of these to me for $5. He originally said $3 a piece, and I could have sworn he said 2, but he said 3. But he's like, just give me $5 for the 3. And so I got all 3 of these games for $5, which is really good. First one here is The Fidgets. The next one here is Toy Story. And the last one here is Quest for Camelot. And so all 3 of these games are in really nice shape, and they all work just fine. So it was really cool to find more Game Boy games to add to the collection. And then this was the first purchase of the morning that we went to. And this was like the first stall that we actually saw games at. And I'll be hanging on to both of them. One of them I don't want to keep, but I'll keep it for now just because I don't have it. And I'll probably eventually find a better copy of it. But for now, I'll just hang on to it. The first one here is Kirby's Block Ball, which is basically like Breakout. It's a really fun game. It's just Kirby and stuff. So that was cool. And that was $4. And the other one here is Pokemon Fire Red version. And it's missing the label there, as you can see. But I only paid $4 for this one as well. So $8 for the 2 games. And then, or wait, I don't even think it was $8. I think I got them down to $6. So I think it was $3 a piece for these. So even better. So really cool to add those to the collection as well. Those were the first game purchases that we made of the day. So that was really cool. And then throughout the course, I found 2 PS2 memory cards here. They're both black and they're both 8 MB. And they're both Sony brands, so I'll be keeping both. And I already erased the games off of them that were saved to it already. But anyways, I got one here. And then the other one is here. They're both the same. So, but one of them came with a game that I found in there. There was one that came with a game, and then the other one I'll show you what it came with in a minute. But yeah, so those were basically thrown in for free, so that was cool. And then I found at a different stall, I found a Game Boy cleaning kit, which I did not know existed at first. But it's just like the NES one or the SNES one, anything like that. But it has the pads with it still, the cleaning pads. So it's basically never been used. So I asked him how much he wanted for it. He said he had no idea, because I had never seen one before either, so I didn't really know how much it would be worth. So I offered him $5, and then he said, how about $7? I was like, oh, alright, I'll do $7. So I paid $7, and I came home, I found out this complete goes for like $11, $12 with the box and everything. So I paid about right for where it's at, for what it has. So really cool. I was glad I found that at least. I hadn't seen one before, so it was a really good deal to even get that. And he also had an NES controller that I bought from him for $3, but I already sold that, so I don't have it to show you guys. But you guys know what an NES controller looks like. So really cool. I was glad I purchased that from him. That was the last thing I bought from him too. The last thing I bought from the entire day actually. But I ended up selling it that same day too, so it was kind of crazy. And then next here, I found this my brother found it, and it was $5. They had several of these for some reason, but they're all missing the games, but they have everything else in them complete. And it's the Mario Kart Wii Big Box here, and it's supposed to come with the game, but there's no game in here, but it has the wheel. I'm not going to open it, but you guys know what a wheel looks like, but it's basically brand new. It has the baggie on it, and the manual's never been opened or anything. So really cool. All I need to find is a copy of Mario Kart Wii, slide it in here, and I basically have a brand new box for Mario Kart Wii, the big box. That's really cool. Brand new wheel and everything. It was really weird. They like bought them all just for the games, to sell the games separate. I don't know why, but anyways, it was pretty cool. And then my brother found this. He found it for $1. It's in really nice shape. It's not video game related, but it's really cool. And it's called the Special Collector's Edition of Mad, the Golden Treasury of Trash. And it's yeah, so the Mad magazine with Alfred E. Newman on the front there and everything. Really cool. These are really fun to read and stuff. So he decided to pick it up. And it was only $1, so it was pretty cool for him to find something like that. It was really cool. He loves finding stuff like that. So, and then the last thing here is Sony PS2 console, and it is a satin silver one here. And it's a bit rough on top, but I mainly purchased this. So I have a bunch of like sports games and stuff that I cannot sell by themselves. So I'm going to bundle them with the PS2, and hopefully I can try and sell it that way. But here's the unit. I bought that. And it also came with the power brick here. It was missing the end that you plug into the wall, but I have extras of that, so I just put it in there with this. So there's that, and it came with the AV cables here. And it came with one controller. It's missing the joysticks, but they still work fully fine otherwise. And it works good, so that's cool. And it's Sony brand and everything, so that's cool. Found that. And then last thing I found was it came with the system. And I found Mortal Kombat Armageddon. It came with the system, so really cool deal. Really good to find, you know, a free game in it. But I already own this, so I'll just sell it with the PS2. And so that was all the stuff in that box. And then the last box I got, I just picked this up a couple days ago, and it was really cool because the guy was originally asking $100 for this, but I got him down to 70, and it's well worth $70 because I found a lot of good stuff in here that I really wanted. And first I'll show you this. It came with, it's an NES console, and it came with a bunch of stuff. But I got a, there's some cases here, but there's games in these. First one here is Yoshi. I already own this one, but that's still cool. Next one here is Duck Hunt. And then the last one here in the case is Othello. And then there's a bunch of game manuals in this one right here, and I'll show them really quick. Go through them really quick and show you guys. Super Mario Bros. 2. Donkey Kong Jr. And then the next one is Dr. Mario, the original Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, Othello, and then the last one is a baseball card thing. It's for like all the players and rosters and everything. I'm not sure what it goes to, but it's still cool to have it. I'll hang on to it. Probably goes to like RBI baseball or something. So really cool to find that. And then there's a few NES games that I didn't have that came in this bundle. And there's 11 games total, I think. And one of them was not mentioned when he had it in the listing, but I'm glad I found it because I already own it, but I can trade it out for my copy because mine's pretty rough, but I have a better copy for it now since I found it. And this is the one that he didn't tell me about, but it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. And it's in really nice shape, so I'm really glad that that was in there. I didn't know it was in there until I got home and I found it. And there's another one I don't have, and this one's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I didn't have that one either. And then there's another one here, Heavy Barrel. I don't have this one as well. So those are cool to add. And then these two I already have. This one's Gauntlet, and then the other one is Spy vs. Spy. So really cool deal. And then there was 3 more games here, and this is why I really wanted the deal. They're 3-box complete NES games, and they're in fairly good shape, and I'm really glad because now I have 3 NES games boxed. I didn't have any before, so now I do. The first one here is Baseball. Next one here is Anticipation. And they're in pretty good shape. A couple edge wear and stuff, and the last one here is pretty rough. It's missing the top. But this game can go for $80 plus boxed complete. Mine's probably not worth that much because it's ripped, but it's still really cool. And that one is Ice Climber. And it's a fairly fun game too, so really cool. I cannot believe I found this in this bundle. And he took $70 for all of it because he was really just trying to get rid of it all. But it also came with a regular square NES controller, orange NES Zapper, an aftermarket turbo controller here, the Power Brick, official Nintendo brand, and then part of an AV cable. I don't think I'll have any use for this, but whatever. I'll throw it in with something. I don't know. And then for some reason it came with the aftermarket NES or SNES, N64, and GameCube AV cable here, and it still works because I tested it with my Super Nintendo. So really cool that I found that. They had a aftermarket Super Nintendo Power Brick in here as well, but it didn't work, so I ended up throwing that away. But anyways, the last thing here to show you guys for this video is the Nintendo NES console itself, and it's fairly good shape too. It's not too bad, it's not dirty or anything, and it works almost first try every time, so it's pretty good pin connector as well. Alright guys, so that should do it for this video, and this will probably be the last video for a while since my family's deciding to move and stuff, so I will probably be putting up videos later on, but it'll probably take me a few weeks just because I have a lot of stuff to move and a lot of stuff like that, so I probably won't have videos for a while, but this will do it for a good little while, keep you guys entertained. So if you guys enjoyed, please like. It really helps out, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll get more stuff out to you guys as soon as I can, and everything else like that. And just thanks guys for watching. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.